Before I start crowdfunding for money, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Kirby Martino, and I am co-founder of WebLabs PH, a web design and development firm. I started with the Pastekit.com project as a hobby to try to host text with my spare time. However, I want to push the project further, so I'm starting this campaign to raise funds to help Pastekit.com fly. The state of text hosting today. Pastebins are useful tools, especially for programmers. They use it for sharing text that is viewed with proper formatting. Much of the pastebins share the same functions. However, in the case of Pastekit, I've always seen it as something more than just a pastebin. So, who we are? The Pastekit core team is composed of me and my team. Kirby is a tech lead of the project, have been actively working with building software and web for the past 6 and more years. Working with WebLabs.ph, he has learned a lot in terms of designing and developing websites and web applications. And about the WebLabs teams, the WebLabs team is a web design and development firm located in the Philippines. So, why create another pastebin? This will be much more than just a pastebin. It will be a social and collaborative tool for many areas when we get there. Pastekit, at its very early stage, has been usable for me, not just for sharing text codes, but also with some unusual way, like hosting static pages, especially HTML files and other things like that. So there are so many other cool stuff that is in my mind that I think is a good reason for start building this app. It will be a different pastebin. Why will this be different? There are many reasons why Pastekit will be different. Starting from us, we are open source advocates, and that technologies we develop Pastekit will be open source and hosted in GitHub, for example. So, like the mail backend, we use the SDK, we forget and modify it, and we host it back to GitHub. So there are 5 points that makes us different with the other pastebin. So let's start with the hosting, then next with the works anywhere, and it's being mobile friendly, and it's being social and collaborative, and of course a support and feedback like a chat support. So in terms of hosting, unlike other pastebins, we intend Pastekit to host not just plain text or code snippets, but also images and files. So we will be introducing a concept of a pastebacks where you can store bundles of text and files while keeping the simplicity of the source and URL. It also provides support for both plain text and rich text editing, which will be useful for people who are posting rich text like Word document or things like that without uploading. They just copy and paste things. So this will be useful for people like posting resumes or posting job descriptions which are well formatted, so things like that. So next would be it works anywhere. We intend Pastekit to work anywhere, not just the web browser. We want it to have full integration with Windows, Linux, and Mac, to help you copy and paste text, images, and files to the cloud, to the Pastekit cloud. So that's one thing that we want Pastekit to have. So the next thing would be is being mobile friendly. Yes, Pastekit.com right now is quite mobile friendly. You can use it with your mobile devices right now. You can actually try it, but however, we still want to improve it and make it the mobile experience better and more fun and and to make the pastekit.com easy to use in the mobile view. The next thing would be social and collaborative. Yeah, Tweet It is a social feature we were adding where you can log in with Twitter and then you're able to tweet long text with Paste can automatically crop the text to fit. So basically, you're just letting us the Pastekit be used as the medium for tweeting. So something like that. So there are many other features that we want for you to use, ways to use the app for collaborations to help bundle pages with tags and much more. So basically there are so many social and collaborative things that we want Pastekit to have. So the next important thing would be support and feedback. Yes, we would be introducing the alert and into the app, the paid version. And although base bins are quite easy to use, we still want to help people who just landed into such a web app. And we right now we have support for email. Actually, you can email support at pastekit.com to get support for although we already have a we added a guided tour when you open up Pastekit, but in any case we'll always open for support for users for free. So the next topic I want to discuss is about the funding. What will need and what you will get. Okay, so all the funding will go directly toward the initial operation, hiring, and initial server costs. So in terms of server costs, we want to try to keep the operation cheap. However, if some spikes in the cost happen, we want to able to pay at least for the next few months of initial operation. So the next thing would be the initial developers. So we have already invested a lot of our sweat equity with the project, but still there are more things to be done, lots of tickets in our issue tracking to fix, and so we will use this funding to get one or two more people or to join the team. So basically we want to push the development and we want to hire more people to help us. So in terms of technology, this is what we want to offer. In certain technologies we build, if it's a code or module, we will open source it. We actually have open source projects in GitHub already. If it's a process or a deal, we will blog it. If we fork something from the open source project, we will and put good cool mods on it. We would let let it be known with the blog or a tweet. It will be there for the community always. So we also want to make a SDK that we will provide a piece of software technology that other application developers can use to integrate their applications with the Pastekit through this SDK. And the way they can paste with the Pastekit will always just be free, still like the normal way of pasting text. So the next thing that we want to do would be the apps. The apps where we are going to develop apps for mobile and desktop to help you paste and share text online smarter and easier. And it will be for Firefox OS, Android, iPhone, Windows, Linux, and Mac. So we really want to have presence in all kind of devices and operating systems. So let's now go to a glimpse of the future. So the first glimpse would be the app integration, that we integrate Pastekit in your web app, in other web applications. Like other web applications can already use Pastekit with their provided JavaScript or Java libraries, like I said, the SDK. And we also want to have a third-party integration like any other app, we want to integrate with Google Drive, Dropbox, or and Amazon S3 to be used as private page boxes. Let's see how this will happen. Code snippet integration with ID1 or Codeo, something like that. So the next thing would be the native mobile apps like Chrome and Firefox OS would be the first, like I said earlier, followed by the Android OS and iPhone mobile apps. So the next cool thing would be that we always wanted for FaceKit is that we don't want the data to be just with us. So basically, we want your own backend to happen. Yes, you can connect PaceKit with your own backend. You can select Dropbox or Google Drive or Amazon S3 if you want your PaceKit to save directly in your Dropbox, Google Drive, or Amazon S3. It's just how we want to make it happen. Now, in case that you cannot help us with funding, there are other ways you can help. You If you think this idea is cool but can help with the funding, no worries, you can always help us by sharing this to your friends and colleagues. We have Facebook page, here in the campaign, LinkedIn page, Google Plus, and Twitter. You can share any of this, uh, and actually you can actually better share the campaign. So I hope that my talk has I have shared what we want for FaceKit, what we want to happen for FaceKit. So I hope that you will like the idea that we are trying to give people in the community a smarter way to face. So thank you for listening.